All right, don't we love teachers? Yeah. Don't we love teachers? Yeah. All right, let's get this party started. We are here. There's only one website that you need to think about today, only one, FIA.org/student teacher. That is the website where we can get this groundbreaking program kicked off by getting more money, cash, dollars, ducats, whatever you want to call it, to cheddar, all right, to those individuals who are going to be our student teachers. They do this work for 12 weeks, don't get paid a dime. We here in Pennsylvania are changing that. We're changing that. We are changing that. We are changing that. We are changing that. Money for our student teachers. I'm going to say this website a whole bunch of times, Governor, excuse me. FIA.org/student teacher. That's the website you want to go to so that you can apply to get that cash, or as some would say, that cheddar. All right? Moving this conversation along, we're going to kick it off with my co-sponsor of the bill that started this whole process off here in Pennsylvania. Would you welcome, please, Senator Ryan Armont. Ryan, where are you? Come on, Ryan.
Good morning. Good morning. It is a thrill to be here with all of you, these outstanding educators, prospective educators. What an exciting day this is for Pennsylvania. I just want to first just highlight this process and express my gratitude for all of those that worked so very hard to bring this day about. This truly was a bipartisan effort. And I want to thank my colleagues in both the House and Senate, certainly Senator Vince Hughes. We've been working well together for many years now. This doesn't get done without his leadership, without the leadership of Representatives Ott and Curry, certainly Chairman Schweier and Representative Topper. Good to see both of you here. There are a number of my legislative colleagues are here. But I want to specifically point out and highlight the work done by the advocates here, many of them that are in the chamber, many of them that are behind me, for your persistence, for your passion. Thank you so much. This does not get done without your advocacy here in this building. And so my thanks to you, my congratulations to you, to Governor Shapiro. Thank you for your visionary leadership, your commitment to delivering a high-quality education here in Pennsylvania. Thank you. And just very briefly on the importance of this policy. We know the critical role, the essential role that classroom teachers play. If we are going to deliver a high-quality education to each and every child who enters this system in Pennsylvania, we must have a process that ensures that the best and brightest go into education. The best and brightest want to go into education. And we know that this stipend will help remove an unnecessary barrier to ensure that the best and brightest can go into education if they so choose. So this is a phenomenal day. I'm excited to launch this program, and I'm thrilled to know that we are removing these unnecessary barriers to folks going into education, ensuring each and every child in this state receives a high-quality education. Thank you.
All right. All right, we love teachers. And we love teachers who are getting paid, don't we? Yeah, that's even better. We love teachers. I know I love teachers, that's for sure. I'm married to a fake teacher, right? Okay, all right. All right. An award-winning teacher. All right. New episode tonight, 9 o'clock, ABC. Just a shameless plug. When we created this program and moved it through the legislative process and everybody came together in a bipartisan fashion to get this thing done, we then had to make sure that there was funding. We had to make sure that there was funding. And our governor stepped up, made sure there was funding, and then doubled down on February 6, 2024. It was a Tuesday, somewhere around 11:30 a.m., and he stood about 10 rows back on these steps and said, you know what, we're doing 10, but I'm proposing a 50% increase. A 50% increase. Y'all need to applaud that, all right? A 50% increase. Now, most of our colleagues know that, usually around here we talk about 2%, 3%, 4%. When you're talking about 50%, that's a statement. That's not just a commitment. That's a statement of wanting to make a difference in a space that's so important. Please welcome right now our governor, Josh Shapiro.
Thank you. Hey, folks, let's put our hands together for Mr. Cheryl Lee Rao.
Yes.
I am so grateful to Chairman Hughes. She's going to love me for that. I know.
She will.
Award-winning actress. Let me just say how grateful I am to Chairman Hughes, Chairman Almond, the Democrats and Republicans who are assembled here today, who came together in a bipartisan manner to put something common sense forward and get stuff done here in Pennsylvania to support our teachers and help our students all across Pennsylvania. This is what good government looks like. This is what solving problems looks like. And this is what GSD looks like. We are the only state in the nation with a divided legislature. The Senate led by Republicans, the House led by Democrats. That means for us to get anything done, it's got to be common sense and it's got to be bipartisan. And when these lawmakers and those who are assembled here today look out and recognize that one of the biggest workforce challenges we have is that we don't have enough teachers to educate our children, they came together and said, that's not a problem we're going to allow to fester. That's a problem we are going to solve in Pennsylvania. And starting tomorrow, student teachers will be able to apply through FIA in order to get the resources they need to be teachers. And there's a website you can go to, which is
FIA.org/student teacher.
That's right.
There you go.
Just Google GSD Teachers Pennsylvania. You'll find the website. And listen, this isn't the only thing this bipartisan group has come together on. The fact is, we came together and now every child of God is learning on a full belly when they go to school in the morning. Now our schools have more funding than they had ever had before because this bipartisan group came together and addressed it. And now we are prepared to continue to work together as we go forward in this next budget to see a 50% increase in our student teacher stipend initiative, to continue to fund our schools, to address our student mental health, to make sure that we are continuing to address these challenges in a common sense, bipartisan way. This is a moment to celebrate progress in this building, progress for our teachers, progress for students all across Pennsylvania. I couldn't be more grateful to this bipartisan group of lawmakers for their extraordinary leadership, for addressing this challenge, and I look forward to continuing to work with them going forward to solve these pressing problems. Thank you all very much, and it is a pleasure to recognize one of the key advocates, as Senator Almond referenced in his commentary earlier, and that is the leader of PSEA, Aaron Chapin. Aaron?
Thank you, Governor. Thank you. Nice job.
Thank you, Senator.
Let's give it up for all the future educators behind me. The future is very bright. My name is Aaron Chapin. Good morning. And I'm a middle school teacher from Stroudsburg Area School District and president of the PSEA of the Pennsylvania State Education Association. And it is a privilege to be here today with Governor Shapiro. Thank you again for your leadership. Senator Hughes, Senator Allment, Representative Curry, Representative Topper, and Senator Fontana. And thank you for all the hard work that you put into the Student Teacher Stipend Program. I am proud to represent about 177,000 members, which include more than 7,000 student PSCA members, some of which are here behind me today, and they will be the next generation of teachers. We're lucky to have one of the largest and most active aspiring educator programs in the nation right here in Pennsylvania. And we're lucky to have with us today Amber Bloom. She is the Vice President of Student PSCA, who is pursuing her degree in early childhood education at the University of Pittsburgh-Greensburg. Many of you do not know that Amber played an instrumental role in leading Student PSCA's advocacy efforts in support of the Student Teacher Stipend Program. And Amber, like so many Student PSCA members, understands how challenging it is to complete a 12-week student teacher placement while paying tuition, room and board, and all of the other expenses of daily life. She also understands how necessary this program is to help ease the teacher and staff shortages that have crippled our school districts across the state. I appreciate the great work of aspiring educators like Amber, who went out and made a case for student teacher stipends and refused to take no for an answer. Please help me in welcoming Student PSCA Vice President Amber Bloom.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Aaron. I am proud to be here on behalf of Student PSCA. I want to thank Governor Shapiro, Senator Hughes, Senator Augment, Representative Curry, Representative Topper, and Senator Fontana for being such amazing supporters of the aspiring educators that I am privileged to represent today. The Student Teacher Support Program is needed now more than ever. We began talking about this idea among student PSCA leaders after we heard from so many members struggling with the costs of commuting to and working in their student teacher placements. Student teachers often have to give up part-time jobs in order to give their student teaching the attention that it deserves. I have friends who have struggled just to afford the commute to their student teaching placements, which can be an hour or more each way. There are talented young people behind me who would like nothing more than to become teachers, but simply cannot afford to make ends meet while completing a 12-week unpaid student teaching placement. There are a lot of challenges to student teaching, but that unique classroom experience is so important and so necessary for aspiring educators. Paying student teachers a modest stipend is a win-win. It is a win for the young people who want to pursue careers in the classroom, and it is a win for Pennsylvania because it removes a significant financial burden to becoming a teacher at a time when so many school districts are struggling with teacher shortages. Student teachers who receive stipends will also commit to working as teachers here in Pennsylvania for at least 3 years. Aspiring educators are so thankful to the elected officials here today for showing your commitment to us and to the future of education in Pennsylvania. I promise that you will see a robust response when the stipend opens this week. And as you work towards a final state budget for the 2024-2025 year, I encourage you to provide enough funding to fully meet the demand for the Student Teacher Support Program.
That's right.
Our student teachers are ready to go. And that's great news for Pennsylvania's 1.7 million students and the communities across this Commonwealth. The future is bright, and I am so thankful to have been able to play a small part in making the Student Teacher Support Program a reality. Thank you.
Amber!
Nice job, Amber.
How about that, Amber? Representing all of the others that will be on the website at 12:01 a.m. tomorrow. Did you hear that there's a website? There is a website. What is that website address? FIA.org/student teacher. Oh, that's the website. Make sure you lock that in. and you get on it immediately at 12:01, because I know there's going to be a big rush. Before I call up any of the other speakers, I have to say this, because I don't know how many more opportunities that we'll have over the next couple of months. One of the persons who has led us in this and other education struggles is a good friend and someone who's represented the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers for many years. Allegedly he's retiring. Allegedly he's retiring this year. Jerry Jordan, thank you so very much, brother. Thank you so very much, man. Thank you. Just so happens to be from West Philadelphia, but I'm just going to, leave that as a point of fact. Our legislative leaders, and their names have been mentioned, who have jumped into this fight so hard, so serious, so tough. We're going to start with Representative Gina Curry. She was the prime co-sponsor of House Bill 1331. Gina, where are you? Come on, Gina.
Thank you, Senator. I am so excited to be here this morning. This energy in this room is electric, because we know when we talk about teachers, we have an important issue here. Good morning. My name is Gina H. Curry. I represent the great people in Delaware County, in Upper Darby, Lansdowne, East Lansdowne, in Millbourne, and I'm here to talk today about the fact that the governor has paid attention to a very need that we have to get our student teachers to have an opportunity to have a paid internship. We know that most internships out here have pay that come with it. And we look at the student teacher opportunity for 12 weeks as a paid internship. We love our teachers, we need our teachers, and we need to keep our teachers. Yeah.
Thank you. That's right. Thank you.
Representative Friel-Otten, we talk about this all the time, along with Chairman Schweier and the many of my House representatives who are standing behind me, Mary Isaacson, and I saw Nancy Ginst, and Tina Davis, and those who couldn't be here this morning. And of course, Chairman Topper, who is in our meetings in the Education Committee. One of the things that I want to talk about, though, with this 50% increase is the fact that even though the senator is saying get on that website and log in, we know that it will continue to be inequitable if we don't get the $75 million that we really need to cover every teacher who wants to be a teacher. I know that most of the issues that we talk about here at this podium are close to our hearts. My mom was a teacher. My mother-in-law was a teacher. Yeah. We know that it wasn't easy then, but those tuition costs were way lower. And the other 2 degrees of separation is someone that I know here really well, who talked about the fact that he had to support his wife on one income while she worked for free for 12 weeks. Unacceptable. So I don't want to be a downer today, because this is a celebration that we are forging forward with the governor's vision. But as a member of this legislature, I need to tell you that we need $75 million to make this count.
No pressure.
Thank you to No Pressure. But we have to talk the real talk. Because, the teachers that are on the show, they have, and they show us what it's really about, right? But I was just in my elementary school yesterday in my district, and I see the hard work that these teachers put in. And they need to be valued in our Commonwealth to do the work. So let's start them off early. Let's help them know that they're valued, and let's do this for them. We love our student teachers. We need to keep our teachers, and we need to find a way to make it available. Thank you to everyone who worked on this bill, and we are looking forward to making it happen. Thank you very much.
All right. Good job. We did this bipartisan manner. We did this bicameral. Both chambers all four caucuses working together. Please bring up with a warm round of applause from the House Republican Caucus, Representative Jess Topper. Jess.
Thank you so much. I've apologized. I have a 10 o'clock that I have to get to, so that's good for you. I'll make it very short. My father was a career history teacher. We still, to this day, have people come up to him on the street, send letters, calls. Mr. Topper, we didn't like history until we had you as a teacher. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life until I had you as a teacher. The roles that these young people are stepping into will shape lives. They won't just help with grades or test scores. They will shape lives. And we need to do whatever we can to ensure that this is a career field that our young people, like my two boys who are 17 and 15, if they want to go into it, we need to make sure they can go into it. We do, as Senator Ahmed said, we need the best and the brightest because today the world demands it. Our kids are under so much pressure day in and day out. I see that as a dad of two high school boys. And we need to make sure that in front of them in those classrooms, or even sometimes virtually behind those cameras, right, are mentors and our role models. And whatever we can do to get them into the classroom quicker and more prepared, we're going to do it. Thank you very much.
All right, Jay. Good job. Michael Deary, you know I'm calling out your name. One of the key folks in our staff who made this happen. Well, we all love Michael Deary. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. I got several senators here before I turn it over to the guy who's going to make sure that we know that the website doesn't open up until 9 a.m., not midnight. 9 a.m. Before I turn it over to Senator Wayne Fontana, the chairman of the FEA board, let me make sure you know Senator Miller, Senator Committer, Senator Anthony Williams, Senator Jim Brewster, Senator Tim Carney, Senator Jimmy Dillon, Senator Amanda Capoletti, Senator Marty Flynn. They're all here with us today, moving in and out of this press conference to make sure we get the word out. But the chairman of FEA, the Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency, who has the responsibility to oversee this program, who's going to correct me that the program opens up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, not midnight. 9 a.m., not midnight, but you all will be on your computers starting at midnight. I know that. Wayne Fontana is here with us. Please give him a round of applause. Wayne.
I forgive him. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Don't worry
Thank you
about
very
it.
much.
It's all good. FEA.org.
FEA.org.
Okay. Very good. So thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. And on behalf of FEA's Board of Directors, I can tell you that we are truly honored to play a pivotal role in administering and servicing this groundbreaking student-teacher support program. FEA is pleased to be a partner with the Shapiro administration and all of the General Assembly on the rollout of the new PA student-teacher support program, which will provide a lifeline for rising teachers and as they complete one of their final tasks, which is student teaching. By providing financial support to support teachers, we are not only investing in the future of education, but also addressing the critical teacher shortage in this Commonwealth. FEA has evolved into one of the leading providers of student financial aid services in administering and servicing the student program fits right in within the agency's wheelhouse. In addition to administering the PA student teacher support program, FEA, for your information, also administers 19 other state-funded programs, including the very important PA state grant program, which has provided awards to more than 2.9 million Pennsylvania students since the program was created by the Act of the General Assembly in 1966. And as chairman of the FEA board, I can tell you, FEA looks forward to taking on new programs like this and getting them up and running and ensuring the money gets to our schools, students, families, and student teachers here in the Commonwealth. So thank you to everyone involved in getting this program ready and making it a reality and making the teacher profession more accessible and financially viable for aspiring educators. And as the governor says, this is the kind of stuff that we all need to come together to get done. Thank you very much.
All right, Wayne.
Way to go.
Good job, Wayne. Wayne Fontana, the chairman of the FIA board. Did anyone tell you but that the website is fia.org/student teacher? Did you hear that? I don't know if you heard that. Closing out this program, please welcome the Director of Teacher Certification Pathways at Wilson College, Beth Byers. Where's Beth? Come on, Beth.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to join you today from the Education Department at Wilson College. Wilson is part of the Association of Independent Colleges and Universities of Pennsylvania, which consists of almost 90 independent nonprofit institutions, with 60 of them that offer teacher certification programs. 45% of the teacher certification candidates in the state are educated by these institutions. At Wilson, we offer certification programs for traditional undergraduate students, post-baccalaureate students, and graduate students. The legislature, Governor Shapiro's office, and the Pennsylvania Department of Education have partnered with our institutions of higher education to remove barriers to certification while maintaining rigor in teacher programs across the state. With the addition of this FIA teacher support program, another barrier is being removed. We are excited to be a part of this groundbreaking initiative that aims to alleviate the teacher shortage while elevating the teaching profession. Research shows that the greatest factor to student teaching success is the teacher, and pre-K to 12 education affects every single person in our state. Moreover, the cooperating teacher has the most profound impact on the student teaching experience. We are so grateful to Senators Hughes and Almond and Representatives Otten, Curry, and Schweier and others for sponsoring this legislation, and to all legislators who understand the importance and support the teaching profession through their decision to approve the FIA Student Teacher Support Program. Student teaching occurs the final semester of the certification program. It is a tuition-based, full-time, 12-credit semester under the daily guidance of a cooperating teacher. Currently, our student teachers are required to report to that placement for a minimum of 60 school days without any compensation. The daily responsibilities make it extremely difficult for student teachers to earn any income. There are several ways this program will benefit our teacher candidates. One, it's going to help to attract and retain students who may not have considered the teaching profession due to that unpaid student teaching semester. Two, it will alleviate the financial burden of unpaid student teaching for 12 weeks, especially for adults completing a certification program. Three, it will encourage student teachers to consider high-need districts for their student teaching experience. And four, it will increase the willingness of excellent educators to serve as cooperating teachers in the classroom. In closing, we are optimistic that this is a pivotal moment for educators across the state, and we look forward to collaborating with FIA, the LEAs, and students throughout this process. We are hopeful that the FIA Student Teacher Support Program will continue to be funded so that all those with a heart for teaching will have the opportunity to change the lives of students and their families, because we know the greatest reward of teaching is the difference we make in the lives of our students. Thank you.
Good job. You know, we've had a lot of fun in this event today. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate that we be celebratory as we launch this program, but we're dealing with a very serious issue. Over a 10-year period since 2011, there's been a 71% drop in the number of individuals who are graduating with teacher certificates. A 71% drop. That's serious. That's significant. It has to be addressed. That's the collective problem. But the individual problem is the fact that we ask, and it was said earlier, we ask folks who want to be teachers. And most folks I know, most teachers I know, teach because they have a passion to educate, not because of the paycheck. It's because of the passion to educate. But we ask them in their final part of their certification process to give up 12 weeks to work without any income. Full day work without any income. We've asked them to do that for far too long. That ends now.
Thank you.
That ends now. So, at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, or maybe if you're smart, you go on a little bit earlier, right? You go on a little bit earlier. You go to FIA.org/student-teacher and put your application in to get that stipend. But more importantly, you raise hell up here in Harrisburg to get not just the governor's appropriation of $15 million done, which is a 50% increase. It's significant. But you know, somebody said that bigger number is the more appropriate number. So I don't have any problem going for that bigger number of $75 million, all right? Don't have any problem going that. If we can make it happen, let's make it happen. Congratulations, everybody working together. Go online and get that money. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.